Hey there, viewers. We often think of cholesterol in a negative way. After all, it is linked to increased risk of heart disease. Well, not all high cholesterol foods are bad for you. Experts have suggested that some cholesterol-rich foods are actually safe to eat, as they're packed with nutrients. In today's video, we'll be discussing 11 high cholesterol foods you should think about. Do eggs increase cholesterol? What about cheese? Will consuming processed meat elevate your risk of heart disease? We'll be talking about all of these and more. First things first, let's try to understand what cholesterol is. Cholesterol is a waxy fat-like substance found in your body. It's also present in animal products like meat, eggs, and dairy. Cholesterol is naturally produced by your liver and plays a crucial role in your body. It's necessary for the formation of cell membranes, hormones, vitamin D, and bile. Cholesterol doesn't dissolve in water, so it can't travel through your blood on its own. For the transportation of cholesterol, assistance from lipoproteins is required. The two major forms of lipoprotein are low-density lipoprotein, LDL, and high-density lipoprotein, HDL. You've heard of the concept of good and bad cholesterol, right? Well, LDL cholesterol is referred to as the bad kind. If the level of LDL increases in your blood, it's known as high cholesterol. This causes plaque buildup in your arteries. If high cholesterol is not treated, it can lead to heart attack and stroke. Now, HDL cholesterol, also known as good cholesterol, actually helps flush out cholesterol from your body. The recommendations of total cholesterol is less than 200 milligrams per deciliter for adults. A reading between 200 and 239 milligrams per deciliter is considered a risk. A reading of 240 milligrams per deciliter and above has crossed the line into high. Bad LDL cholesterol should be less than 100 milligrams per deciliter. Levels over 100 to 129 milligrams can be dangerous for people with heart disease. It's really only acceptable for people with no health issues. A reading of 190 milligrams per deciliter or above is considered really high. Good HDL cholesterol should naturally be kept higher. The optimum level of HDL should be 60 milligrams per deciliter or higher. If your HDL reads less than 40 milligrams per deciliter, it's considered a major risk of heart disease. Did you get your cholesterol levels checked recently? Did they indicate normal, borderline, or high? Sound off in the comments below and start a conversation with our bestie community. About only 25% of cholesterol can be consumed from dietary sources. But is it safe? Dietary cholesterol has a minor impact on your body's cholesterol level. Studies do not support a link between dietary cholesterol and heart disease in the general population. Dietary cholesterol can help manage LDL to HDL ratio. You should always remember that not all cholesterol-rich foods are healthy. Now, let's discuss 11 high cholesterol foods, starting with the 7 that are actually good for you. Number 1. Eggs. Who doesn't love eggs? I'm sure it's a breakfast staple for most of you. Eggs are a nutrient-packed food with tons of protein. They're also rich in B vitamins, selenium, and vitamin A. But hang on, there's more. Eggs are high in cholesterol too. One large egg offers about 211 milligrams of cholesterol. You might be wondering whether your next meal should include eggs or not, right? Don't worry, eating eggs won't boost your bad cholesterol. In fact, research suggests that one whole egg intake increases good cholesterol, which will protect your heart. A published study showed that eating 1 to 3 eggs is absolutely safe for healthy people. However, if you're already suffering from heart disease or have elevated levels of cholesterol, then your doctor might advise you to stick to egg whites only. Number 2. Organ meats. Organ meats such as heart, kidney, and liver are rich in cholesterol, but also very nutritious. Chicken heart is a terrific source of antioxidants, iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. A 2-ounce serving provides 105 milligrams of cholesterol. In one Korean study, it's found that those who consumed a moderate amount of organ meat had a reduced risk of heart disease. This was compared to those with the lowest consumption. Looking for answers on all of the latest health and wellness news? Hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with all of our great bestie content. Number 3. Cheese. Cheese on top of nachos, a tempting pizza with melted cheese, a comforting hot bowl of mac and cheese, sandwich loaded with cheese, and the list goes on. Cheese is by far the most popular ingredient worldwide. Along with providing many nutrients like calcium, protein, and vitamin A, cheese also delivers cholesterol. An ounce serving of cheese usually provides 27 milligrams of cholesterol. While cheese is linked to increasing cholesterol, Reports have suggested that full-fat cheese doesn't have a negative effect on cholesterol levels. In an interesting study conducted on 160 people, it was found that eating 3 ounces of full-fat cheese did not raise bad cholesterol, compared to the same amount of low-fat cheese. Since it has tons of calories, cheese should be consumed according to the recommended serving size, which is 1 to 2 ounces at a time. Would you like to know more about cheese? You may like our video on what eating cottage cheese every day for a week does for your body. Now back to our list of healthy high cholesterol foods. Number 4. Shellfish. There's nothing better than having friends and family around a barbecue enjoying yummy dishes like chili crab and clam spaghetti. Not only are these dishes delicious, but they're also nutrient-packed. Shellfish are an outstanding source of protein, B vitamins, iron, and cholesterol. Who doesn't like a good plate of shrimp? A 3-ounce serving of shrimp provides 166 milligrams of cholesterol. Wait, there's more! Shellfish contains antioxidants and the amino acid taurine, which lowers bad cholesterol, preventing the risk of heart disease. Number 5. Full-fat yogurt. Yogurt topped with berries and nuts is a flavorful, healthy snack. Next time, replace your regular yogurt with full-fat yogurt. It's rich in cholesterol and also provides nutrients like protein, calcium, phosphorus, B vitamins, zinc, and potassium. A cup of full-fat yogurt offers 32 milligrams of cholesterol. You'll be excited to learn that the increased intake of full-fat, fermented dairy products is linked to reduced bad cholesterol and blood pressure. Plus, yogurt and other fermented dairy products stimulate good bacteria in the gut, promoting overall health. Number 6. Sardines. These tiny fishes are a versatile ingredient and are nutrient-packed. Sardines are a remarkable source of iron, zinc, copper, magnesium, and vitamin E. Around 4 ounces contains 131 milligrams of cholesterol. Number 7. Pasture-raised steak. Pasture-raised steak is loaded with proteins, vitamins, minerals, and has significantly greater omega-3 fatty acids. A 4-ounce serving of pasture-raised steak offers 62 milligrams of cholesterol. While processed meat is highly unhealthy, studies have found no link between red meat and heart disease. So now that that's done, let's talk about the high cholesterol foods you need to avoid. Number 1. Fast food. After a long, tiring day at work, fast food seems ideal, especially when you don't want to cook anything. I sometimes feel like doing this 5 days a week. It's almost impossible to avoid fast food when you're on a diet, but you have to try. People who eat fast food regularly have higher cholesterol, more belly fat, and poor blood sugar levels. Cooking more meals from scratch and eating less processed food reduces bad cholesterol and body fat. This lessens your risk of heart disease. Number 2. Fried foods. Of course, fried foods are tempting. The problem is they're high in cholesterol and should be avoided as often as possible. Fried foods have a bundle of calories and trans fats, which only increase your risk of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Number 3. Processed meats. Nothing is more satisfying than a hot dog when you're starving at lunchtime. Again, I know it's not easy for you to resist them, but the sausage is highly processed and it contains high levels of cholesterol. Excessive intake of processed meats is associated with an increased risk of heart disease and colon cancer. In a review, it was found that each additional 50-gram serving of processed meat was linked to 42% higher risk of heart disease. That is if you eat it every day. Number 4. Desserts. How can you resist things like ice cream, cake, or pastries after a big meal? Well, I'm sorry to say that these mouth-watering desserts are quite unhealthy as they contain added sugars and are high in cholesterol. These foods will eventually lead to obesity, diabetes, cognitive decline, and even cancer. In addition, desserts also lack the nutrients required by your body in order to function properly. For reducing cholesterol, you need to practice certain lifestyle and dietary changes, including more fiber and omega-3s in your meals, as well as increasing your physical activity. Want to learn more about how to lower your cholesterol and triglycerides? Well, let's keep the conversation going with a couple more videos, shall we? Check out 8 foods that can lower your cholesterol levels. Or how about 13 simple ways to lower your triglycerides? Go ahead and click one, or better yet, watch both, and learn more about how to reduce your cholesterol. Did you know about healthy high cholesterol foods before watching this video? Let us know in the comments below.